Hey all you gamers, if you're like me and you really enjoy skill builds but sometimes you just don't like waiting for them to refresh, then stay tuned. I'm going to show you one that you can use really well and use your skills quite often. Coming up next.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Whee.
So all you gamers, here we are, back at the gun range. Trusty, fateful place where we work out all of our builds. And with this one, it's kind of a variation on something I've already put together, but I think this one might actually be quite a bit better. Now, what you tend to do is chuck out a sticky. Before you activate it, get some headshots. Activate it. Throw your seeker. Now if you have a look there, if you saw down the bottom, see that little scorpion's tail? That's different. We ain't been using that before. No, we haven't. This is a brand new build. Now if you have a little look, it wasn't applying as much damage, and that's because we've changed a couple of bits up. So like I said, what you'll want to do, sticky grenade, before you detonate it, get the headshot. Bang. Change over to your pestilence, get some damage in there, and then throw out your mine. Now those numbers will be a little bit higher because I've been mucking around and I'm not actually on the class setup I should be using, which is the demolitionist. But that's basically what you'll want to be trying to do. So let's go through the build. So like I said, I've been mucking around. This one doesn't work quite as well as I thought. Get the demolitionist and that way you'll have a little bit more damage to your explosives stuff. I'm not sure exactly if it's 10 or 15%. I think it's 10, and it will help out quite a bit. Obviously you want the pestilence, and you'll want this one right over here. All you need to have is any kind of assault rifle or any kind of mid-range gun where you can apply the perpetuation talent. That's the main thing. Headshots grant 50% status effects damage and duration to the next status effects you apply. So like I showed you earlier, sticky someone when they're completely still, so hopefully you'll take the lead in the mission. Don't have to be too close, not close whatsoever. You've just got to kind of sticky them first, get a headshot, then activate it, and that way it will last a lot longer and do more damage. What you tend to do after that is apply the debuff of the pestilence so that you get the ongoing effect there. Obviously you'll get this one as well going, which is the Vile Mask. Status effects apply a damage over time, basically like another tick. So just from that you'll have 3 ticks going off, and then you want the 4-piece over here, and that's the Eclipse protocol build. What you want to do, max out your status effects and your skill haste. Get them as absolutely high as possible. Mine is not perfect and my character has not got max stats either, so you will have a better build than me if you have got that. And then finally, this is the kind of change up. In one of the other builds I didn't have the pestilence, and with this one I was using the backpack to this because that is, I believe, how you get the most damage from it. But we're not going for the most damage in this build actually. What we're going for is being able to use more skills. So if you have a little look here, go for the China Light backpack that gives you 15% explosive damage. That ups all your explosive skills, which is the mask and the other 2 as well, I believe. And what you'll want is not what I've got whatsoever. You'll want status effects, skill haste, and then I'd probably say a little bit of damage probably for your main gun. So that would probably be your best bet. Possibly crit damage, a little bit of crit damage for your main gun. That might be best, but the main thing we're going for is the talent. Kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 10%. That is usually a really bad skill. It is really bad. I have not had that on pretty much anything. It's not worth having. But it is with this set. Because if you'll notice, everything's on fire. Or bleeding. Or on fire and bleeding. And with these two as well. So if you throw out your Seeker, if you hit them with your sticky, if the mask goes off and the pestilence ticking, you've got 4 tick damage going on at the same time, and every time something dies it takes off 10% from the skills that are on cooldown, which will be these two. It works well. Mine's not perfect. The damage you actually put out, I believe, probably top stat of a top damage build with the backpack. So this is really good if you basically like using your skills more often and not having that 20-30 second cooldown as such. This is the build you want. I'm going to show you some footage now, and then you can decide if you want to use the Eclipse protocol in this way. If not, use it the other way, the damage way. I don't blame you at all, but I find this is really, really good because you can chuck out lots of stuff. Would help if I actually told you what I was using. Sorry, the last thing is a sticky bomb with burn. That's a definite needed. And I've been putting on the Seeker mine with the explosive, which applies the bleed. If you can get the airburst one to work, I'm not sure how it is on PC. On my Xbox, this glitches out all the time and it's complete pain. If you can get that to work, put that on instead and you will be doing absolutely ridiculous damage. Like I said, the main thing you want to do, get lots of kills, hug cover 100% of the time, because if you're not in cover you don't get the 10% off your skill reductions. So when they're going to die, you want to be hugging cover. Alright guys and girls, like I said, I'm going to show you some gameplay on Heroic now, and you can kind of decide whether you like it yourself or not. And for all things Xbox, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon for notifications, and as always guys and girls, I'll see you all next day.